Yet another incredible use for your stripe hog machine is paint cleaning and rejuvenation. Yes, you can extend the life of your paint markings significantly with the stripe hog, restoring the visibility, the reflectivity, the vibrancy of that marking by running still extremely high pressure, but increasing the number of nozzles, increasing the rotation, and increasing your forward speed. This marking that you see in these pictures was applied at Lexington International Airport 3 years ago, and we recently demonstrated for a group of persons attending a airfield marking symposium hosted by Donna Spidell and the Sightline group, and demonstrated how effective this process is. This marking is 3 years old. According to experts, running this process on this marking removed the residue and chalkiness and extends the life of this marking by an additional 3 years. Now, my point of view would be, even if you intended to repaint this marking, it would certainly be wise to remove any chalkiness from that surface prior to applying new markings. For more information on that topic, you could look at the surface preparation application page for a short video on that subject. Removing rubber buildup from centerline markings on airfields or touchdown markings on airfields is also another very common use of a stripe hog machine. Again, a lot of nozzles, high rotation, wide cutting width, restoring the reflectivity and the visibility of these markings, especially for nighttime landings, is extremely important. In many airports around the world, they're painting over top of the rubber. The paint then adheres to the rubber. The rubber is not absolutely secured to the surface beneath it. Over time, this leads to layers upon layers upon layers upon layers of paint and can become FOD. The new FAA regulations are very specific about a maximum level of paint buildup. Utilizing a stripe hog on that center line does several things. Number one, it restores the visibility and reflectivity. Number two, you save a lot of money in paint and repainting. And number three, you eliminate the buildup of paint that otherwise occurs by using repainting as a method of restoring that reflectivity and visibility. A frequently asked question is, will the water blaster remove my glass beads from the surface? And the truth is that yes, a small number of glass beads will be removed, but if you have a properly trained and certified stripe hog operator, it'll be minimal. And certainly you'll extend the life of your marking many times over. And look, it takes less than an hour with one operator to clean an entire centerline on an average runway. Really, another amazing use of the stripe hog. Here's another airfield marking, and you can see here along this line the surface has been cleaned, and here you can see an old and chalky surface. Took less than probably 60 seconds to run the stripe hog down that marking. So consider using your stripe hog, or consider buying a stripe hog to restore the reflectivity and the visibility of markings, whether it's on roadways or on runways and airfields. Paint cleaning can be so effective at eliminating FOD hazards on a runway. Imagine these markings being collected from airfields in the USA, and look at the thickness of some of these markings. They're plenty light enough to be impacted by the turbulence of wind or jet engines, and yet thick enough to cause serious, if not fatal, damage to any engine that they would be sucked into. So if you use the stripe hog to clean your markings, to restore the reflectivity and the visibility and the brightness of that surface, rather than repainting them, you'll avoid this very serious threat to aircraft safety.